Hey everybody, welcome back to Twin Oaks. It's a beautiful day. It's March, but it's in the high 50s. We got some green coming out on the trees. It's beautiful. Actually up the driveway there, kind of to the right and beyond where you can see the flagpole, those are the two oak trees that the place is named for, Twin Oaks. So I'm going to show you what's going on in the barn today. This is just a day where we're just trying to get a few things done. Our guys are busy. There's one of our favorite pickup trucks, Blue Betty. Woo, she sounds good. Hey, and there's a little project tractor, our youngest son. So some of the things going, I'm laughing because I've got two guys in the barn. Hey, it's Melissa here at Twin Oaks Poultry, and thanks for joining us. Need to get that out there, but I was laughing because I had a couple guys peeking around the door. We're going to go in there in a minute, but just a day that we got to get things done. So there's actually the chicken transport crates. Those are what we haul the live chickens in, and we're working on getting them washed up and putting them away. Hey, and we've got some, I do want to show you. Got to move the bird feeders actually out. There's nothing in that bird feeder now. You know, one biosecurity measure when you raise poultry is to not have wild bird feeders in the area. But look at this. The daffodils are coming out. So excited to see that. So we need to clean that little flower bed up. But I'm going to go in the barn, and we've got two big things going on today that we need to get done. One is some adjustment in the barn. Hey, there's our favorite Owen. So we're doing a little construction work, minor construction work here, but we're going to go in the barn. We've got to do some adjusting because we've got about 225 birds coming here in about 2 weeks, so they've got to get in this barn. And we've got this little flock going that some of y'all have been following along with us, and you can see one side of their brooder is actually down, so I'm gonna try to go around to that side. But they're growing out of their little brooder. And like I was telling you, it's a beautiful day. So it's mid-50s out there. Look at that. It's like seeing inside. That's so cool. So my husband and my oldest son have been in here. They're working on this brooder. We're going to expand room for these guys. So they're kind of moving from a brooder stage to a grower stage. And they'll stay in this barn. And then, like I said, we're also, we can get really close. We're also getting more birds in a couple weeks. So they'll need to be in this barn too. So they'll need a bigger brooder than this group had, because this group is about half the size of the next one that's coming. But I was telling you, it's in the high 50s today. But even at that nice temperature, these birds are about 11 days old, and they still want to be in the high 80s degrees temperature range. So most of our heat lamps are still on. There's one on the far end there that we've turned off because the birds just weren't using it earlier. Another difference, if you've been following this flock, that you will notice is that all the baby feeders and waters are out, and we've got big feeders and waters in. And we actually were going to use, I'll show you, we were going to use these big feeders. So those are the big feeders. Those little trays came out. These were the big feeders we were going to use, but the tray is so deep, the birds at this age were having a hard time getting down into there to eat. So these trays are easier for them to reach. They're there. There's some at the water. So we took the little waters out. I'll show you a baby water. Those little gallon waters, we swap them out for these 5-gallon waters. We love these because they hold more, and we can take the red piece on top off and pour the water straight in from the top, and we can just pull this whole bucket out and like dump the tray to clean the tray out daily. But then it's so much easier to fill that for them. So was also going to tell you, we have observed for our household of 5 that if we were just raising birds for just our household, about 60 birds would be about a year's supply for us. So if you were going to do that, I would start with probably about 80 to 90 birds to allow for any flock loss that could happen before processing. But that would, if you want to raise birds for yourself, and maybe you're a household of 5 like us, I believe 60 birds would get you through. But we raise a little bigger flocks now and more flocks in a year than one. So when we think of outfitting things for these birds, we think in terms of hundreds of birds. And when we think of feed, like we think in terms of pallets of feed, so 40 bags at a time or so. But anyway, so that's going on. So we will do a video this week and kind of show you what changes have happened. But the other, so that's one big thing, working on the barn. The other big thing we have going on today is I'm packing up chicken orders. So we'll go over to the freezer house real quick and I'll kind of walk you through that super fast, what I do with that. We were at the processor yesterday to pick up poultry, and this is what they send the chicken back to us in. It's already frozen and we keep it food safe getting it home, and then we put it in these freezers. So all of this poultry that went yesterday was, or that we picked up yesterday, was already sold. So like, this is part of my stack of orders. So working in here, I'll grab an order and I'll fill it, you know, out of these freezers. I already have it planned out, fill them out of these two freezers. And then I'll put a name tag onto a bag that I had a stack of bags over here. And when an order's filled, I go ahead and have it labeled with the customer's name. And I've got it in this big freezer. So you can see some of these, you know, we've got half chickens, chicken patties, big order of chicken patties there. This was a special request. I can tell that's boneless, skinless chicken thighs from here. Here's some split chickens, halves, big order of chicken breast in there. So this way it's all ready to go when my customers come to pick it up. And then I also mark the order slip for them, and I tell myself what freezer it's in and how many bags complete the order, and that it's filled and the date I filled it. And it's all priced out and ready to go for us when they pick it up. So thank you so much for joining Twin Oaks Farm Poultry again today. Like I said, it's just a beautiful day. I'm gonna see if we can sneak a peek of these two guys in here before I cut the camera off. And subscribe to Twin Oaks Farm Poultry for us. We can see an arm there. He's not going to cooperate. Men at work. So you can see actually what they're working on now is a short wall that's going to go, it's going all the way across the barn. And we're going to be able to split the rest of the barn into about 4 quarters so that we can take care of more birds in here at one time. So there's our oldest son. And as we close, I'll show you. When we get chicks from the hatchery, this is what they come in. And they put 100 in there. They put 4 quads of 25. So, hey, thanks for joining us on the farm today. We really appreciate you. We hope you have a great day.